Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshva Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. Today hope everybody is doing all right. Yeah, it's been some time. We did not have a last question on this. So how is everybody doing? If you can just speak up, it'll be very nice, please. Thank you. How are you feeling? How's everybody? Hare Krishna.
Good, Prabhuji.
Very good. Thank you. Very good.
I'm good, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's good.
Good. Very good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, I am also good, Prabhuji.
Good. Very good.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I'm fine. Yes.
Sorry, mother, we couldn't hear you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I'm fine, I said.
You also good? Very good. Everybody's good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for asking. I'm good, thank you.
Okay, very good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Good.
We are good, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Very good.
Prabhuji. We are all good. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We are here because we are good.
You're here because you're good. If you're not good, you'll not be here then.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Or because you're here, you're good.
Yes.
It works both ways.
Being
Because you're
here
good,
means
that's why
being
you're
good.
here, or because you're here, that's why you're good. Which one is it?
Yeah, both ways. I'm here means I'm good.
You're here
I will
means
not be here if I'm not good. I'll be doing
Sorry?
good. I will not be here if I'm not good.
You'll not be here if you're not good.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can you hear me, Prabhu?
We can hear you.
Yeah. We are good, Prabhu. Thank you for asking.
Very good.
Sorry, Prabhu, I couldn't turn on my video. I'm working in the fields, Prabhu.
It's okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm good too. Sorry, Prabhuji, I can't turn on my camera today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is all completed now? Anybody remaining still? No. Okay. So now I have one question. Tell me, any one of you have felt in last month, 2 months, that things are a little intense, challenges have increased in life, that life is not so good, it used to be? If you nod your head, I do not know. Just if you can
Hare
say
Krishna,
yes, again, it'll be wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It has been other way. Life has been improving lately, Prabhu.
Very good. Very
Yeah,
nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yeah, there were some challenges, but yes, I do overcome that just because of chanting. So that makes me really good. But yes, sometimes I do think that particular instant when it happened, like it's a personal again, yeah. But that was for a while only. But since as soon as you start chanting, that goes away.
So yeah. The question is, have you experienced the last 1 month or 2 months intensity increasing or some problems in your lives? That's for everybody question possible.
Yes, Prabhu. I also have been experiencing difficulties
Okay.
with the work and in the family
Yeah,
for
no, that's fine. Whatever.
past 3 months.
I'm not asking what difficulties. I'm saying you face difficulties last 1 or 2 months. Has it increased or something? You felt a bit more
Yes, Prabhu.
intensity.
Yeah, I think past 3 months
Intensity.
it has
Okay.
been very intense. So, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji, I was also facing difficulties last couple of months. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Which was not there before. Last month, 2 months.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Just a very pointed question I'm asking. You know?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu, last 4 to 5 weeks were a bit tough for me, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, it's last 2 months. I'm facing so many difficulties, Prabhuji. Yes.
Which were not there before.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. I am also facing difficulties which were not even there, and I have never thought of that the difficulty will come in this way, and I'll be so much disturbed.
So this is disturbance, you know, for 2 months. Yeah. Okay. Devanshi Mother is also writing the same. She's experiencing intensity and disturbances increasing in the last 2 months.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, for me also from last couple weeks, yeah, challenges are increasing.
So this is not just normal challenge. I'm talking about intensity.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. From personal space, Prabhuji, I think I was worse off before 2 months due to family problems, but I think I thought it's coming back to normal, but just looking at the very volatile situation around the world, it increases a lot of concerns about what will happen and all that. Except isolated incidents, I think it was. I thought it was better than before for me. Yeah.
Good. Like Avinash, it was good. 2 months have been good. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, last couple of months has been a little disturbing, some or the other way, personally and other things. So yes, I'm feeling disturbance.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, it was a bit intense in the last couple of months, especially last month, and I couldn't even attend the online classes. I listen all the classes on YouTube So it was that. Krishna.
Okay. Okay, all done. Looks like everybody's done. Hare Krishna. Okay. So when I asked the question, how's everybody doing? Everybody said good. But then we probed a little, So of course, you may not want to answer to everybody. It's understandable. That's perfectly all right. For various reasons, you may have your difficulties. That's okay. But then this is how it is, So yeah, these situations are like this, Yeah. And you think that situation will be solved, will happen. So the problems will be solved, We have our own ways of thinking. So challenges in our bhakti was a point that was discussed in the last class, this previous class here by Sanjeev Prabhu. So how do we face the challenges? How do we solve the challenges? Bhakti. Yeah, that was one point came, This how to solve it. How do we solve the challenge of bhakti? So how do we solve it? How do you want to solve the problem of challenge of bhakti? Challenges in life. How do you want to solve it? How do we face challenges? How do we solve facing challenges? In remembrance of Krishna. So for this, we should look at what exactly we want to achieve. You want to stop challenges coming to us? Is generally we go to the default mode. Do we think that challenges are going to stop in our life anytime? Yeah. So that question, I'm saying 2 months we increase, but that's obviously there are many factors which happens in our lives. Astrological, astronomical, all the factors. It is tricky. That's why I asked you a question. This is very relevant today. It will be relevant tomorrow. It will be relevant for a long time. So that is why the topic that we can discuss is the challenges that we face in remembrance of Krishna. How do we face it? Because there are so many challenges to us. If material things are all right, then mind is against us. We discuss that on Wednesday program. Yeah. So what do you actually want? Do we want a life without challenges? Is that what actually our question is? Or did we become Krishna before we became Krishna conscious? Were challenges not there? Can anybody answer this question? Before we became Krishna conscious, were the challenges not there in our lives?
Yes, it was there more than this. More than
It
the
was there.
problem. Yeah, more than the problems which I have now.
More than the problems that we have now. Okay. What do others think?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think for me, I think, yeah, it was very challenging before present situation, since I become, not Krishna, I haven't become Krishna conscious yet, but just making a
In the
start, I think,
past.
on
In the
this path,
past.
I think a lot of challenges has been reduced to a great extent, I would say.
That's very good. Then we must not raise a question that how do you face challenges remembering Krishna? Because challenges were there beforehand as well, before we become Krishna conscious. Is it not so? Do we all agree? We were facing challenges before we became Krishna conscious as well, correct?
Yes, yes,
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. But this is a different challenge now, Prabhuji.
No, hold on. One second. Don't confuse the point. I'm just talking about challenges. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have, and many of them, as you said, there are more challenges. Now there are less challenges. That's debatable. But anyway, good. If it's the case, it's very good. Not debatable. Excuse me, it's the wrong word. I'm saying that some of you may dispute. That's what I wanted to say. That no, my problems are the same or something like that. Right. Okay. Right. So if with the problems, challenges that we were facing before became Krishna conscious, and now that we are facing Krishna conscious, they are there before also, now also. So we should be getting used to it, right? What are the impediments in becoming Krishna conscious? Remember, I used to say one thing, what I think, whatever think doesn't happen. जो सोचता है होता नहीं, और जो होता है वो सोचता नहीं. Whatever I think doesn't happen, and whatever happens, I have not thought about it. So now, whatever happens, I start to think about it. Correct. So my question is just that it's a different way of prism of seeing things. So challenges that we had was there before we became Krishna conscious. Yes, it was there. Some of you said it's more challenges. So now why are we saying this? If we are facing challenges in Krishna consciousness and putting a stand like this, what do we do? Is it a good question? What do you think? It could be a good question. Say, yes, Prabhuji, what do you mean? Challenges are not less, they're big problems. You added more problem. Then you want to remember Krishna now, which was not there before. So it's a bigger problem now. You can say that. See, think laterally. You guys have to think laterally. If you want to become devotees, Krishna is a very lateral thinker. You cannot make Krishna think in a prism, in a box. He says, Rascal, you're not his body. Finished, problem is solved. Huh? You go to Krishna, Krishna, I have a problem. Say, what problem? I've got a problem. They say, yeah, of course it's your problem, but you're not his body. So, yes, Krishna, but again you change the problem, right? Then he will say you change the problem now. You came with one problem, he gave an answer, but you are not his body. So you say, yes, but Krishna, but. So you change the problem now, is it? But for every problem, there is a solution. You are not his body. So problem is with what? What is the problem then? Tell us, what is the problem?
We have body.
Problem. Tell me, what is the problem? Sorry, not this one. There are many particular problems. But what is the problem then? Come on, respond, man. Fast. Continue to an intense discussion, man. Let's go. So what is the problem? See, before we became Krishna conscious, we had problems. After becoming Krishna conscious, we have problems. It must be reduced But we should have got used to the problem, right? By now. We already have my favorite sabji is this, my favorite food is this. So we already have all this before we became Krishna conscious. Did your favorite food change? Tell me. You used to like pizza to eat before you became Krishna conscious. After Krishna consciousness, you're eating pizza only, right? Not without putting onion and garlic and all that inside, or meat. Then you change. But pizza is pizza, correct? So what is the difficulty? What is the problem? Where is the problem? You must think like this. Why can't we think like this? Am I right? Am I right in this question that before we became Krishna conscious, did problem exist? Yes, it existed. More. So now they are less. So why should there be a problem? You should be very happy, man. But even if problems exist, same problem which was there before, same number of problems are there even now. So then we should have got used to it, right? If my thinking is correct? Is the question correct? Say yes with words. I don't know. I cannot see you people.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So why
Yes,
haven't we got used to it? Yes.
But Prabhuji, it comes in different permutation combination.
That's absolutely right. So if it comes in different permutation combinations, is correct. So it never used to come in different permutation combination before it became Krishna conscious?
It used to.
Then how can you say it's different? Correct?
But now we know that those problems will be like we are not much disturbed when we used to previously when we were there. When we were not Krishna conscious. Yes. Now we know that like we have that faith that it will be resolved.
So is it not a solution?
Yeah, it is a solution, but still we have we think of that this is a problem. That is actually the problem.
Yeah. So whose problem is it?
Mind's problem. It's only mind problem.
So if I think like this, that is my mind's problem, correct? Then
Yes.
how can you solve it by asking somebody else, what do I do? Is this a correct question?
Yes, Roger.
So if it is our mind's problem, which is correct, it is our mind's problem. Mataji is absolutely right. Thank you very much for being honest. If it is my mind's problem, then how can I ask somebody else to solve my mind's problem? See, first, before we became Krishna conscious, we had set of problems. Okay, right. Now we had 10 problems. Before, say for example, after we became Krishna conscious, the 10 problems are still there. Okay, let us see. They were still there. So we should have got used to it, no, before. Or you are coming to Krishna consciousness with the intention to say there should be no problems. Has somebody told you that way? Has somebody given you that churan? Has a churan becha aapko? Has somebody sold you this? Hare, you become Krishna conscious, all your problems will be solved. Has somebody said this? You please tell me. You give us 100, give us 1 lakh rupees, $100,000. I'll make a chant Hare Krishna and all problems will be solved. Has anybody said this to you? Then why are you asking a poor devotee to say, this is my problem, what do I do? Problems are there, I cannot focus on my chanting. What will he say? Hare, focus then, man. If you know you can't focus, then you focus. Before becoming Krishna conscious, you have problems. After becoming Krishna conscious, you have got the same problems. So either you get used to it, you've not found a solution. Whose problem is it?
Prabhuji, but Prabhupada says that
Yes, what is that? What Prabhupada says?
becoming Krishna conscious is the ultimate solution to all the material miseries.
Yes, that's right. Material miseries. Not that the miseries will stop coming to you.
Yes.
Yeah. This is
He
a
says
difference.
that you become transcendental to material miseries. So
That's
that's
right.
what need to be realized.
That's right.
Yeah.
Transcendental meaning become indifferent also. It will not affect you. Correct? This is what Prabhupada says. But what are we confusing between these two? Problems should stop coming.
Yes, I think that is the art of learning how to become transcendental.
Yeah, but before that, we must have understand the art of our own thinking. Is thinking correct? So when we pose the problem, are facing challenges in thinking, remembering Krishna. So whose problem is it? This is my question. So it is a problem. Material world is a problem. Material life is a problem. That's right. Correct. Anybody want to say anything on this point? Is the question valid? So either we should have got used to it, or we could have found some problem for so many years. If not, they become Krishna conscious, you're carrying the same problems. And you are giving somebody else an opportunity to become a punching bag. He should solve your problem. And if he says something nice and esoteric which you like, you say he's very good. He's my guru. Yeah. Very good, very nice, very good. Yeah, very nice. So what actually happens is this. We get to realize that what are the sources of problems? That is what we understand by studying the scriptures. You understand this? What I'm trying to say? Before this, our sources of problems were what? Oh, this person has cheated me, or I've got to collect money from here, or I have to this money income, I must have this, I must have that, I see opportunity here, I'll make money here, I'll lose money here. This is what we saw. Materialistic point of view. But here what the scriptures teach us? What did we teach us in the scriptures? Who gives you problems? Who are the sources of problems? Come on. What are sources of problems?
Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik.
So what does Adi Bhautik mean?
The problems caused by the material, like the world around us.
Higher living beings.
The higher, yeah.
Which you have no control about. Yeah. Then second problem is source of the problem. Second source of problem is
Adi Atmik.
Which is
the source is mind.
Our own self.
Self, yeah.
Our own self. We don't know what to speak, when to speak. We get confused. Yeah. Our mind is saying something else totally different. We don't realize what is right for us, what is wrong for us. So, and the third is
Adi Devik.
Sorry, Adi Devik is higher living beings. Adi Bhautik means other living beings. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no control. Correct?
Yes.
Now, at least now we know these three problems, right?
Yes.
Right. So, if we understand that we become Krishna conscious to solve our problems, then we have been sold some very wrong product, गलत चूरन बेच दिया किसी ने हमको कि प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आएंगे तुमको. There will be no problems in your life. You have been cheated. You must not become Krishna conscious. But I can tell you one thing. Last month, 2 months, 3 months, if you're not, you'll experience from now onwards a bit more. It'll be. So don't think what is saying that you are not right now. We all of us felt individually, oh my God, problems suddenly have increased. Correct? All of you must have felt, right? Problems have increased. Now you realize you're not the only one. So clap your hands. You have so many people with you who also feel the same. Last 1-2 months, more problems. Come on, clap your hands. You've got partners in misery. Yeah. So you've got partners in misery. जैसे ना दुख बांटने से कम हो जाता है. If you distribute your pain, it reduces. Here it is reduced. So many of you have felt the same. You're not the only one who's feeling like this. Either mental agony is increased, physical agony is increased, financial agony is increased, something is increased. All this is going on. Yeah. Right. Do we understand this much? Do we dispute this much? So we understood that problems were there before also we became Krishna conscious, and they are even now become Krishna conscious. What we have been told is that by understanding Krishna, and if you depending upon your level of surrender, you'll be able to understand the miseries will not affect you. Do not say miseries will stop coming to you. It will not affect you. Affect you meaning it will still affect you. It will still disturb you. But you will have something to fall back upon. Like if somebody says, I will give a decision to you in 3 days' time. So before we became Krishna conscious, those 3 days we could not sleep, we could not eat, we could not do anything. We're all disturbed, right? Waiting for a decision to come. Now what do we realize? After 3 days, this person is going to tell me yes or no. The chances are whatever we do not know. So what am I supposed to do? Leave it to Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. At least that much you can do. So we've got something to fall back upon. That is Krishna consciousness gives you. Tell me, is it not a good thing? Now, while chanting also you think about the problem, that is another problem. But it is not a new created problem, it is a solution which we are not implementing properly. Believe you me, while chanting also the problem will be in your brain, in your head. The brain in your head, it will remain in your mind. But at least you can focus upon, so let me focus here, let me focus here, let me focus here. Back to chanting, back to studies, So what we are trying to achieve today is this, that the problems are not going to be solved. And now they will increase further. So what are we going to do? Just what we did before we became Krishna conscious? Oh God, so many problems. Oh my God, my life is a misery. When it will go away? One problem goes away, we are very happy, we go to sleep. Next day morning, another problem, or again we are disturbed. Right? But here we have got some solution, something to fall back upon. Right? We all agree with this? What do you think, Pradip Prabhu? Your big problems, is this okay? Intensity of the problem is there, but solution is also there. We will implement it, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. All right. So it is the way how we look at things. It's a prism. Either you look at this way or that way. There's a half glass of water is filled or not filled. No, similar, same thing. But we see from Krishna's point of view. And suddenly we think that I'm thinking of Krishna, Krishna will suddenly think about me immediately. Well, he does. Of course he does. But remember this, before that, the poor chap who's teaching you Krishna consciousness, you're bombarding him with your problem. What do I do? Hare, man, what do you mean? Why cannot focus on chanting? Hare, then focus on chanting, man. Why are you telling me? I'm struggling the same thing, man. What is the difficulty with me and with you? What wrong did I do to you? No, but I cannot focus on chanting. Of course you can't focus on chanting. Even I'm not focusing on chanting, but then struggle. The struggle is struggle for existence. But that is struggle means, what is the meaning of struggle? See, understand this. If we are fallen into an ocean and we are struggling to survive, to swim, what does it mean? We are alive, right? It means we are still floating. But when we are drowned, will we struggle? Right. So the fact that we are struggling means the fact that we are realizing that we are still alive in Krishna consciousness. And the struggling is a good thing, rather than giving up and drowning and it's done. Problem solved. So struggling or challenge is a good thing. I think it that way. That means our blood has not become white. It is still red. If you face challenges, it's a good thing. It's a challenge. What do you mean by challenge? What does the word challenge means? To overcome. Otherwise it is defeat. I challenge you, means I challenge you to win. I challenge you to prove me wrong. There's a challenge. If you lose it, then we are drowning. Is it not so? Now, if this is practical, I'm just talking only practical things. I just spoke about logic. Is it logical what I spoke right now? Anybody disputes this? Then we'll talk something spiritual, philosophy, big philosophy. Is this correct? Anybody want to challenge? Because then you will not get chance to challenge afterwards, okay? So you agree that we should have got used to the problems and challenges, but we have not got used to the problems. So the problems continue. It's whose problem is it? Our problem. My problem. Right? Right. The solution is what? Means chant, study, control. This is the challenge. This is the answer. Right? Right. So now let us look at the philosophy. Krishna, when you're ready, please. We all want to become happy, right? Yeah, tell me yes or no, please.
Yes.
We all want to become happy. Can everybody please come on the screen and say yes, please? Or no?
Yes, bro. Yes.
No challenges,
Yes,
no challenges means we want happiness, correct? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, right. But what if I say that the fact that we want to achieve, when we start the activities to achieve happiness, that is the cause of distress. Huh? Okay. Sorry, it's a bit difficult for me also, right? So don't think I'm big Pandit. I'm also a student, all right? Right. Krishna, when you're ready, please.
Krishna, sir, I think Sushi Mataji raised her hand.
She raised her hand. Okay. Please, I just say speak. I cannot see everybody, no? So please.
Prabhuji, I had a question, but I think I should ask in the end, or I should
Okay.
right now.
Okay. No problem. Thank you. All right. Krishna, can you please? Okay. Can you increase the screen, please, a bit more? Yes. Who would like to read? Anyone volunteer, please? whatever. Who wants to say? Please, quickly.
Guruji, I can.
Yeah, read. There are too many people asking, so that's why I got a little confused. Yes, please continue.
Hare Krishna.
So please start. Any one of you, please start. Yes, Om, you start now. Yes.
Sukhaya dukkha mokshaya sankalpa iha karmina
Naha.
karminaha sadapanotiya dukkham anihaya sukhavartaha.
Again, slowly.
Sukhaya dukkha mokshaya sankalpa iha karminaha sadapanotiha sadapanotiha dukkham anihaya sukhavritah.
Very nice. So, sadapnuti haya dukkham. Yeah, very nice. Anthayaha anihaya sukhavrutah. Yeah, please come to the synonyms. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes.
Sukhaya, for achieving happiness by a so-called higher standard of life. Dukha mokshaya, for becoming free from misery. Sankalpaha, the determination. Iha, in this world. Karminaha, of the living entity trying for economic development. Sada, always. Apnoti, achieves. Ihaya, by activity or ambition. Dukkham, only unhappiness. Anihayaha, and from not desiring economic development. Sukha, by happiness. Avritaha, covered. Avritaha, covered. For achieving happiness by a so-called higher standard of life, for becoming free from misery, the determination in this world of the living entity trying for economic development always achieves by activity or ambition only unhappiness, and from not desiring economic development by happiness covered.
So here, the words which are important, there are many words here in this which are very, very important. It says that of the living entity trying for economic development. This is materialistic thinking. Okay. As devotees, our problem is to remember Krishna. Right? That is correct. There's a different quality of problem. All right? But the solution itself is remembering Krishna. That's what we discussed. Right. But here, many times, for our bhakti also we require material things to be settled. So when you want to achieve happiness, sukhaya, for achieving happiness by so-called higher standard of life, when we are constantly looking for opportunities to increase our standard of life, becoming more wealthy, etc. Dukkha mokshaya, for becoming free from misery. So to become free from misery, we are trying to increase our standard of life. Is what it means. This one line. Sankalpaha iha karmina. So sankalpa means a determination. Iha means in this world, to live in this world. Karmina, of the living entity trying for economic development. So without taking a drid sankalpa, determination, firm determination, we will never be able to achieve higher standard of life. It requires a lot of determination. thinking about it all the time. Sadapnoti haya dukkham anihaya sukhavruta. So, sadapnoti haya. Sada means always. Apnoti means achieves. Ihaya means what? By this ambition, this activity or this ambition of what? Achieving higher standard of life. What do we achieve by this activity? Anihayaha sukhavruta. Anihayaha means from not desiring economic development, sukha by happiness, avruta covered. Good translation, Krishna. Thank you. Now see, in this material world, every materialist desires to achieve happiness and diminish his distress. Correct? So we may be devotees, but we want to achieve this ourselves. We want to achieve happiness and diminish distress. Yeah. And therefore he acts accordingly. Actually, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. As soon as one begins his activities for happiness, his conditions of distress begin. This is the problem where we do not understand and we don't accept what we have. And to implement this in spiritual life, when we face a material problem, we have to garner all our resources of whatever spiritual sukriti we have got, knowledge we have got, and implement it to not fall into this trap. Let us see the purport now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
We'll start reading, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Every conditioned soul is bound by the laws of material nature, as described in Bhagavad Gita. Prakritah kriyamanani gunayah karmani sarvashah. Bhagavad Gita.
Prakritiya kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. Yeah, 327. Yes.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 27. Everyone has achieved a certain type of body given by material nature, according to the instruction of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridaya deshe arjuna tisthati Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudhani mayaya.
Yantra rudhani mayaya.
Yantra rudhani mayaya.
Yes, please. Thank you.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjun, and is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 61. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul, is present in everyone's heart, and as living entity desires, the Lord gives him facilities with which to work according to his ambitions in different grades of bodies. The body is just like an instrument by which the living entity moves according to false desires for happiness and thus suffers the pangs of birth, death, old age, and disease in different standards of life. Everyone begins his activities with some plan and ambition. But actually, from the beginning of one's plan to the end, one does not derive any happiness. On the contrary, as soon as one begins acting according to his plan, his life of distress immediately begins. Therefore, one should not be ambitious to dissipate the unhappy conditions of life, for one cannot do anything about them.
On the contrary, as soon as one begins acting according to his plan. Sorry, please continue after that. Yeah.
Ahankara vibhudhatma kartaham iti manyate. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 27. Although one is acting according to false ambitions, he thinks he can improve his material condition by his activities. The Vedas enjoin that one should not try to increase happiness or decrease distress, for this is futile. Thus,
Again, the Vedas enjoin. Again.
The Vedas enjoin that one should not try to increase happiness or decrease distress, for this is futile. Tasyeva heto prayateta kovidah. One should work for self-realization, not for economic development, which is impossible to improve. Without endeavor, one can get the amount of happiness and distress for which he is destined, and one cannot change this. Therefore, it is better to use one's time for advancement in the spiritual life of Krishna consciousness. One should not waste his valuable life as a human being. It is better to utilize this life for developing Krishna consciousness without ambitions for so-called happiness.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Of course. Thank you very much, Krishnadas. So what do you understand by this? Any one of you, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
After reading this, it is like Prabhupada said it very clearly that we thinking of increasing happiness and decreasing the stress of economic development is futile. It is waste of time. Even thinking too much of it, we cannot do anything. It already answers that even if we are stressing over it, we cannot do much. All we can do is remember Krishna. I know it is said, but it is practically quite difficult to follow for me personally.
You just heard it now. Let it sink down. You and I heard it now, so I'm sinking. Not thinking, I'm sinking. Yes, what do others think? What do you understand by this, please?
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I think, it's a quite easy solution, Prabhuji, I would say, because there is no point running behind, because whatever we destined, we are going to get. I think we just need to do minimum and increase our effort for more spiritual advancement rather than material. So that's what actually Srila Prabhupada is saying, and which is very palatable answer, I would say.
So when we are facing some urgent problem, like you're not facing an urgent problem right now, as you said, a few months before you had all the problem, now it is not there, so you're taking this way. But what is the solution when you're facing an urgent problem? Like I'm facing an urgent problem. What is the solution for that? Good point. Huh? Yeah, what does others think? Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. What do others think?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you for sharing this. Yes, Prabhuji, I am thinking of the past days when I was preparing for my IIT JEE exam. At that particular time, everyone used to tell us, when you will work hard, this is your ambition. You have to fulfill your ambition in your life. But then more and more, every time I was stressed. When I was there, I was thinking, like, if I was Krishna conscious at that particular time, I couldn't have faced this kind of issue every time. So the solution which has been provided now, if I could have known those solution in the past, then the stress and everything which I faced at that time, and my ambition was, so it was like they used to tell us 24/7 you should think about your goal, about your ambition. And yeah, so the mindset was like that you should do whatever you are doing, you should do for your goal. And now whatever I'm reading, if I could have known this, like my intensity of working, whatever I'm working, I'll work, but I'll not be so much of distress. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna. So anyone else want to share? Please, you all of you will share what you understand. But if you have questions on what the devotees share, you can ask that also now. Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Mother.
Prabhuji, I have a follow-up question on this, that it has been written over there that our ambition in life should be as soon as we do any activity for happiness, we become distressed. But then should we forget whatever, because in material life we need to move ahead every time in order to achieve something. So should we not think about because it's not about getting happiness every time, but in order to learn new things and progress in life. So should we stop doing that? Because we may face distress at that time because we are learning, we are growing, and we need to achieve everything. So
okay. Thank you for your questions, Mother. The question, Mother. Very good. See, our discussion here is this, that Srila Prabhupada says this is the correct answer, right? You also know the answer, correct? Now, my role, after all this many years of preaching, which I do not know why programs are still going on, it is beyond my capacity. I've come down to one conclusion, boiled down to all this. This will be involved in people's lives, change people's lives, all these things, you know. I've come to this one point with a single goal now, is that my business is to remember Krishna, you know, somehow, and tell others, please remember Krishna. And tell them, this is how you do, and you can remember Krishna. And this is the source of my knowledge. It's transparent, no? You understand? This is what I want to achieve, remember Krishna. This is my source, and I'm telling you, this is the source. You also read, and you also must do it. Yeah, this is my goal, ambition. Now, how your question relates to this only. What you should do, you understand, it's up to you. Why do you want me to answer your question? You understand my answer? You got my answer? What more do you want to hear from me? In a general basis, this is the answer. On a one-to-one basis, if a particular pointed question privately, a different solution can be given. But here's a general answer. This is Prabhupada would have written otherwise. You tell me. We cannot fit Krishna consciousness to our pocket. Mobile phone fits in our pocket nicely here. And we want to fit Krishna consciousness like a mobile phone and fit in here. Then we are okay. We are happy. Otherwise, we are not happy. We said, no. What is this? I'm very disturbed by these things. So you also read what I read. So what do you want me to tell you? I'm not asking you. This is not only you, mother. It's for everybody. Correct? If we moment we start to think about material happiness, it will create our disturbance. Keep that with us, and then we continue. I can make you think. I can bring you to knowledge, but I can't make you think. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like data management, right? You understand data management? You are technology guys, so you understand, right? So our data is here. How you manage the data, picking out information, all those things, that is a skill, right? So that skill will come with practice. Yeah. Individually, one-on-one, we can give a different answer. But generally speaking, this is the answer. Because answer for you may be different to somebody else. Because what problems I'm facing, this class is for me, not for you people. This topic is for me, not for you. Because when we face those problems, when I face these problems, material problems, I have to fall back upon the knowledge that I have gained and try and implement it. Simple as that, nothing else. Yeah. Anybody else wants to say anything? But what did you understand from this verse? And others should say also, please. Okay, I'll come in a couple of minutes, right? Others can please share your points. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, sharing this nice verse. Yes, Prabhuji, I understood from this verse is very simple. Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada said that we don't try to, the more we try to get this material happiness, we will be in distress. We'll face that, because I remember this the reference from Bhagavad Gita that Krishna said that this is dukhalyam ashashvatam. So this is not place for happiness anyway. But we are here. So and then you rightly said that we got this to fall back upon when we face difficulties. And I also faced difficulties few months in material giving material distress, but I have something to fall back upon, and that's what makes it bearable to live in this world, because otherwise it's very hard, very hard. And we can understand, because all our knowledge, all our study that we had done for so long, that's the time to implement it when we have these difficulties. And then we implement it, then we can understand, okay, this is the cause. So thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you for sharing this and training us. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Sanjay Prabhu. Thank you all the other devotees for sharing your understandings of the verse as well. Yeah, as Sanjay Prabhu and Srila Prabhu have pointed out, the solution is quite simple. And we should not be, from what I understand from the verse, is that we should not be trying to solve our material problems with material solutions. And ultimately, if we very easily understand what Srila Prabhupada is saying, that in order to be happy, we just focus on our self-realization instead of the fruits of our actions, or any ambitions that we have, then you'll be fine, and you won't waste your life. In principle, is very, very, very simple, but for me to implement will take a lot of introspection. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much to all the devotees. Very nice realizations, as usual. Yeah, so I was just thinking that, the fact that we are thinking that something material can give us happiness, that conceptually in itself, I feel it's wrong. If we are trying to, if we have read so many books of Srila Prabhupada and we are trying to be Krishna conscious, then we are looking for happiness in the wrong place. That's the first thing I felt. And I'm not saying that I have achieved that or anything like that. All I'm saying is just a thought that, that should not be our way of thinking. And the real, I remember Srila Gurudev, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj always saying that, when you have difficulties, you treat them like uninvited guests. Like you have, for example, some sickness or something like that. Then you have two ways. One thing is you're sick, oh, I'm so sick, oh, this is happening to me, this is happening, that is happening. You can keep going on and on and on about it. And all you will do is increase the intensity of it. Or you can say, okay, whatever it is, like Srila Gurudev says, take a duster in hand, run, clean the house, your sickness is going to go away. So that is just one example of sickness. But in any distress situation, it's up to us how much we entertain, we allow that thought or whatever the distress to come our way. So you treat like uninvited guests and it goes away. It's going to come and it's going to go. Srila Prabhupada also says that, you don't want distress in your life till it comes. And similarly, happiness also will come. We all know that. But then what is the real, I was thinking, what is the real happiness and what is the real distress? So the real happiness should be something related to our spiritual awakening, our Krishna consciousness, right? And the real distress is that if we are forgetting Krishna, if we are, whatever is happening in our life is taking us away from being Krishna conscious. And that is something called real distress that we need to worry about. Everything else is not so important like that. And I really think that, thank you, Prabhuji, this forum, they really help because just another point that Srila Gurudev, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj always said was that this discussions among devotees and realizations is a very, very good way to keep you grounded and keep you focused on your path. So I really think that sometimes because we are doing it every week, maybe we may, I don't know what the word is, not complacent, but we may not realize the importance of it. Can happen to anyone. We have been doing it for more than 23 years now. And I still feel that the importance of this is very, very high. This is also a type of association, right? So, yeah, we have to bear that in mind. It is just amazing how we have all these different angles in how devotees think, and then it can channelize our thinking also, So, yeah, thank you very much, Prabhuji. I just felt that this is very important to keep this forum alive. I know it's a lot of effort and a lot of thought and a lot of work going on in the background. So, yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji, for a very nice class. Thank you, Purna Pragna Mataji and His Grace Krishna Sabarpan Krishna Prabhu. What as Sanjay Prabhu also mentioned earlier that the more we try to get the happiness, we are more distressed. So no matter how much we try to chase our happiness, we bound to be get the distress. So there are lots of material problems gonna come. Um, but it's up to us that how we going to face it. So yes, we can do chanting and try to improve our devotional service and all. But as a practical thinking, yes, the difficulties bound to come. Then we just need to focus our main intention. Our main goal is to improve in our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Amrish Prabhuji, for a very nice class. Thank you, Purnamita Devi Dashi Mataji, and thank you, Krishna Sambarpan Das, Krishna Prabhu. A lot of points actually, Mataji has mentioned, Sanjay Prabhu mentioned, that we always like an hankering after the material things, but one should not, because the more you get happiness out of material things, we get stress. So our business should be only remember Krishna. Even as initially I mentioned that yes, I'm still facing, but that intensity of facing the problems, and when that particular point when you remember the Krishna, then the intensity really reduces. But the still the we are all, I'm at least human being that whenever things not happening according to my thinking, then you get stressed because I'm having a problem with my material things, of course. Yeah, I'm trying to solve it as per my capacity and as what I wanted to, but it's not going to happen because we always say that man proposes and God disposes, and that's what happening. And I remember that, and I just keep on chanting and say, okay, let I give all result to Lord Krishna, and then see whatever is coming, I accept it. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you Prabhuji for the nice class. Thank you Purnamita Mataji. Thank you Krishna Savan Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, yeah, in the purport it was quite simply and easily written by Srila Prabhupada that we should not focus on the material problem, as material problems and the happiness and distress always comes and goes. However, it is very difficult for a person like me to take that and let it happen in my life, because still I have the tendency to control. In the name of doing the doable, I always endeavor much than what is doable and wanted to change things. But I've also realized that over the period of time, that things happens, and uh, like you said that जो सोचा है वो नहीं हुआ, और जो हुआ वो सोचा कभी नहीं था. So that happens sometimes. Most of the time is like even in career or life or any other things, it happens. But for me, I think like I also had that question that how to like do it, because if I say that I will focus on only my chanting and only the devotional service, how I will, if some problem will come, there's a natural thing that I want to solve this problem in any material problem or anything that happens. So it's still I'm in that mode. Of course, It's that do the doable, and whatever I cannot do, whatever it is, things that are not in my control, I can simply chant and request Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Rest will be taken care. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mother. Hare Krishna. See, we should not solve the problem. We must, of course, solve the problem. I face problems, practically material problems, so-called, every single day, different big problems. These are not simple problems. These are big problems, serious problems. But what I have to learn is this, that as Prabhupada gives in the purport, Ishvara sarva bhutanam buddhase Arjuna tisthati. Brahmayan sarva bhutani rantra yantra rudhani maya. We discussed this verse many times. 61 says the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. So material energy, living entities are sitting directed by Krishna. So when the problem comes, of course, you solve material world. You are living in material world. You have material problems, so solve material problems. But realizing that Krishna ultimately he decides what is to be done. Final answer is his. But you do the best, and then leave the rest to Krishna. This is one which is very simply said, but it is not. We will lose our night's sleep. I'm telling you. When material problems arise, this is not to you, to everybody. I'm trying to say this is a problem. So we may lose our sleep at night for it, but after that, come back to this knowledge again, and back to sleep. The material world is bound to give you; it will always victimize us. But this knowledge is important. That more we try to solve it, more we try to solve. But why? Those are very deep subjects which will be discussed in your senior levels also. Because there are some questions which had come from the intermediate level group, which I was looking forward to discussing. One of the questions which came up, I think, last week, I couldn't sleep at night because a question was such, an answer was given, no doubt about it. But it was still not satisfactory to me. I couldn't sleep. For so long I was awake in the middle of the night. So I'm hoping that they raise this question again, and I would like to speak on the subject. I was pondering the answers. This is a relevant question. How do we give this practical answer? The answer was certainly given, correct, no doubt about it. There's more to it. You see? So these are material problems and serious problems, life and death, income, expenses, life problems. So you have to give your 100%. But this is where it is. Krishna is in the heart. Ultimately, he decides. But we go back into our, that should not disturb our bhakti. That's the point. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything before we conclude today? Sorry, did we cover everything? I'm sorry. I was away for a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. So I missed a few things.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing your realization, Prabhu, about why do you do the classes, and this is for your benefit, not for somebody else. You learn, and yeah, I fully agree.
Actually, this is the case. This is actually today's classes. Everything is for me. It is 100%.
No,
Not 1,000%.
I figured it out, Prabhu. I figured it out. And I've seen you for a very long time. And I've seen you from, different stages. So what you have done so far is a real tapasya. Preaching like this, maintaining those systems, maintaining those standards, not deviating, not compromising, not diluting is not easy. There were all the reasons, and I've seen you taking stands, and I've seen you changing positions. I've seen you taking means people leaving, people commenting, people, all those things. So that's an austerity. That's a tapasya. Otherwise, this weekend would not have existed. That's I keep telling devotees whenever we sit together. And the other thing is that when we were attending the classes, when you were in New Lane and you're at home and we listen and from ISKCON to this ISKCON, no, ISKCON. So, but all those things come to our mind fresh. I think that was for 8 years. When we start talking and start sharing those relations, I've shared so many relations of those situations. And because of those classes, because of those austerity, Maharaj made arrangement, Prabhupada made arrangement, Krishna made arrangement, so whatever. And that has given it has given a lifestyle. It has given a lifestyle. I tell devotees all the time, this has given a lifestyle. The idea to retire one day is a product of Hare Krishna weekend. I never thought that I want to retire. And now we discuss with young people that, okay, do you have a plan to retire when you are not doing anything? So this is awesome thing, Prabhu. Whatever has happened, what is happening, and of course ups and downs. So credit goes to you and your family, no doubt about it. Conducting this, holding this flag, and as you rightly said, this is for our benefit, not for anybody else's benefit. Otherwise, you would not have lasted. If you would have done it for somebody else, you would have probably stopped this long back because you were doing it for your own self, your own family. That's why this lasted. That's my relation, Prabhu. And that's what I feel also, that more we engage with people, more we understand with people. So that's my relation, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Because there's no point for me to give a big bhashan when I cannot implement myself. It's worse to just keep quiet, sit in one corner and cry rather than putting outside, you know. It is creating all Sukriti will go away. All my life, you know, just golden chance to finish will go away. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Srila Gurudeva in full control. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Kirivanshi Mataji, thank you, Ambarisa Kapoor, Purnamagya Mataji, Krishna Prabhu for arranging these classes and giving us the sublime knowledge. It is certainly a lot to think about for me. My sincere apologies for not able to engage in the discussion. Hare Krishna. That's all right. Okay. Thank you very much. We are traveling overseas, different timing. I think it's midnight or something where you are. Thank you for being there with us. Okay. We'll wait for 10 more seconds if anyone wants to say anything. So we got the answers also. Yeah, as we discussed, the spiritual answer is this, that try to solve material problems with spiritual solutions, meaning this philosophy that we have learned. We may falter. We are living, the body is material. But come back to this, come back to the knowledge. This knowledge should become our cornerstone to fall back upon. बहुत जरूरी है. So something to fall back upon. That is what Srila Prabhupada has given, Guru Maharaj has given. That's what I want to give before I go to all of you. And this is what you should give to the whole generation. Because if 2 months you think there's more stress, you wait and watch. Wait for next 3 years. Wait, coming from now onwards. And this is how it is. And you are not the only one. What I showed today was that you are not the only one. Yeah. And I did not show anything. I said this is what is a fact. We all are like this. I did not show anything. We all are facing this, you know. So you're not the only one. The whole world is doing it. Right? So fall back upon the knowledge. Come back to this. It will benefit you, it will benefit us. Especially for those who are preaching. We should be living with example. Coming back again. You know. Dependent upon Krishna is a big thing. To depend upon Krishna is a big thing. But if you can do it, if you can just do this, just depend upon Krishna. This is exactly what happens in spiritual world, especially in Golok Vrindavan. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he will always remain my worshipable Lord unconditionally. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada, our Savior ki Jai. Shila Gurudev our Seva ki jai. How fortunate we are to have this shelter. How fortunate we are. Okay, right. So we conclude today's discussion. Yeah, unless anyone is itching for something, please share now. We'll start our prayers today, conclude today. Okay, whose turn is it to sing Maharaj, Maharaj? Please hear us.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's my turn Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, कौन बोल रहा है जी? Oh, Madhav ji. It is Madhav ji's turn. Hare Krishna Madhav ji. कैसे हैं आप जी?
मैं ठीक हूँ प्रभुजी.
बहुत अच्छे. ठंडी है कि ठंडी कम हो गई?
नहीं प्रभुजी. नहीं
ठंडी
प्रभुजी.
है? ठंडी है?
नहीं.
नहीं है? अरे क्या ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहते हो आप? न्यूजीलैंड में तो कड़क की ठंडी है एकदम. कुल्फी हो गए हैं हम यहाँ पर. आप अगर खाओगे हमारे उंगली तो कुल्फी ऐसी टेस्ट होगी. अरे प्रभु जी की उंगली अच्छी है, कुल्फी कैसी है? पता है कुल्फी क्या है? यू नो व्हाट इज कुल्फी?
Yeah.
You'll forget ice cream if you eat kulfi. Come to New Zealand, everybody will become kulfi. Everybody's kulfi here. Frozen. ठीक है. अच्छा, sing nicely. ठीक है ना? With actions and we'll follow you. All right? चलो. 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
And today for you we will sing.
And today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
we can do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
And if we are dirty,
And if we are dirty,
we're not happy.
we're not happy.
Wasting time
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time
Because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best is your time
So best use your time
when you're in your prime.
when you are in your prime.
And your whole life
And your whole life
will be sublime.
will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone,
If your wealth is
then
gone,
there is nothing wrong.
then there is nothing wrong.
But if your health is gone,
But if your health is gone,
that's a different song.
that's a different song.
If your character dies,
But if your character dies,
then the world will cry.
then the world will cry.
Saintly behavior,
Only saintly behavior
lets humanity thrive.
lets humanity thrive.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must always remember Krishna.
We must always remember Krishna
And never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice this? There's so many things to do.
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here is the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely.
So listen very closely
And make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
If something's due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
finish it today.
finish it today.
Whatever's due today,
And whatever's due today,
do it now, don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy,
Your friends might be lazy
or doing bad things,
or doing bad things,
but you think again,
but you think again,
don't follow them,
don't follow them,
and you'll win in the end.
and you will win in the end.
Whatever work we're given,
Whatever work we're given,
we do our very best.
we do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live, to work and to play. You'll learn to live this day, you'll see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day.
And when our time is up, you'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance on him with a heart full of love.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We sing and dance with him with a heart full of love.
To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame, is the only way this world will ever become sane.
So chant Krishna's names, his glories and his fame, is the only way this world will ever become sane.
Now please ask this greatest question,
Please ask this greatest question
and find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
You can only remember Krishna.
You can only remember Krishna.
If Krishna remembers you.
If Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah.
Jai His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prasarine Nirvisheshu Dvai. Hare Krishna. So Krishna willing, we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and you be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you very
Thank you,
much. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare